Hi. How was your day?
What's up?
How was your day?
Long. Very long.
What time you finish?
I finished at 7 p.m.
Nice.
So, but that road, we finished cleaning it up and prepping it, so they'll lay the final layer of asphalt today. So it'll be open for the weekend.
One thing that's really good about this country is everything is quick. Repairs are quick. Usually they are.
Emergency repairs are quick.
I guess you could say that. But all right, I'll leave that one there. Got my water. I thought I hit the water button. All right.
But no, I got home. I had a beer last night, and it intoxicated me beyond belief. And I was just like, oh, wow, a beer.
Oh.
And I was like just smashed. So there's definitely a calorie deficit going on. I took a shower and went to bed like right after I ate. So
the other day, I think I told you I had a glass of wine. I had some buddies. Oh, it was that one time I told you that my buddy came back over and he's been, I don't know, working out for a couple of years, but he's older now, so he's just really
that guy.
And we did the push-ups and all that shit, and he did 65 push-ups nonstop. He's in great shape as being a 55, 57-year-old man. He looks great. But wait.
The wine.
Thank you. He's a wine drinker. So they brought over wine, and I'm like, I always say, I will share a beer, you can drink with a friend. They came over to the house, they were expecting to have it. I said, no problem, I will have a drink. So I got a glass of wine, and then he gave me a little bit more extra, and I'm like, that's okay. And I literally didn't drink it. I think I maybe had 2 sips out of it. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm projectile vomiting. That's it.
What?
I projectile vomited because of the wine, not because I was drunk. I wasn't dizzy.
My body just didn't want it, huh?
My body said I didn't like it, dude. And they left around 11 o'clock or something like that, 11:30. And I went to bed, and then right before 2 a.m., dude, I wake up like this. As soon as my foot hit the floor, dude, I fucking looked like the
blowing out your nose. Sucks.
Cleaning it up was bad.
Hey, good morning, guys. So today we're going to talk about hangovers and projectile vomit. Make sure you subscribe for more jokes. That's good shit. That sucks.
And I was talking to Dolly about that too, and she's like, yeah, we do admit that we are beer drinkers. We drink beer. We would enjoy a beer. And I can say that I enjoy a good whiskey every now and then. Not a fucking $50 bottle. I understand that you can find really good whiskey. It's not so expensive. But if I'm going to drink, I might as well drink something that's going to hurt. So I'll get a bottle of Macallan's. I won't do a blue label. I already tried that once. I didn't like it. It's more like a mix. I didn't like
a blend.
I didn't like it.
Like a Johnny Walker's a good blend. But
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying. Like Johnny Blue.
Well, not that. No, black. Black.
Black is so basic. I like Macallan's. I really do like Macallan's. There's the cheaper version. It's about $100 bottle. Then the next bottle up is $400. I like that one. And I'll spend $400 on a bottle because I know it's going to be opened at a nice event, a good memorable event. It doesn't hurt me to spend $400 on something like that. Very fine. It doesn't give you a hangover. It doesn't give you any of that shit. And you're not going to get fucking stupid out of it. You know what I mean? Unless you drink the whole bottle yourself. But it's not something. It's made to share. It's made to enjoy.
No. I've never had a Callan. Never even thought about it. I had a buddy that bought a bottle of Limerence. That was pretty good. But that's something where I get just ridiculously intoxicated because I don't drink it enough. I don't think that's I guess you said that's a glass because that and at a cigar lounge, chill out and talk. But
exactly, it's beautiful. But that's the other thing. I haven't had a cigar in a while.
No, it'd been the year that I took off drinking. It was the last time that I had a cigar until almost 2 years since that last cigar. Well, it was good, but again, and I bought 2 just in. I was like, it's still sitting in the humidor.
Cigars are whiskey, dude. It depends on the type of cigar. It depends on, I don't know. I won't do too expensive shit. I'll do a moderately priced one. I think the most I'll ever spend on a cigar is probably $50. I know there's people paying $300, $400, $500 for fucking one.
I got it. What was it? It was a pretty large Gurkha I can't remember what it was, but it was decent. But it was $50, and I felt like I wasted my money.
That's the thing that sucks for the nons. You're a non-smoker. You know what I mean? Spending $50 on something just to blow out your fucking mouth, be like, this is stupid. And it's probably right. You know what I mean? But I'd rather spend it. $50 is it's not a cheap cigar either. 7-Eleven.
Well, but I've had Gurkhas that I like the taste. So, and like, I smoked for years. So it's just like, all right, whatever. It's more of a treat. I prefer that when I'm drinking.
I think
how was your day yesterday?
I don't want to know. I'm fucking worthless. I've been helping these guys with this move, and I'm worthless. And yesterday we moved the main office and half of the storage. We had the hangar. We have everything that's there. So, good morning. Yes, it's good. I'm sorry. I woke up my wife. I was on accident, but I said, "What are you doing now?"
Oh, because you're sitting in the kitchen instead of outside.
She's like, "Some asshole blowing his nose in the bathroom." And I'm like, "It's okay. Don't worry. Here's your coffee."
Funny. Yeah, that day that I had got a little loud about the insurance stuff, my wife, she comes and pokes her head out. She's like, so everything okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. But I knew I woke you up.
I usually just go outside, but I don't want to deal with the mosquitoes. I don't know. Yesterday I dealt with too many mosquitoes. But I was saying this, so my back, I don't know if it's my back or my lower hip, my hip or my lower back. I don't know. All I know is that fucking
probably both.
I can lift with my legs. I can't just really bend over and grab a 10-pound box. Fucking hurts. So
Is your ice bath powered up?
My ice bath is not powered up. My jacuzzi's not powered up. I got nothing powered up. I got to fucking, when the point of party, I had to move shit over into the back. And
I was like, I bet you that would help reduce that inflammation you got going on. He's just like,
and then after that, I get a phone call. I called it a day yesterday. I said, we're done. We're not doing anything else. And everybody's like, and then a couple, Nelson and Franco were, we can keep going, man. It's mostly Franco. And I was like, nope, we're done. I'm not touching anything. I'm not moving anything. I'm done. I'm going home. So I sent him home, and then I came to the house about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I get a phone call if I'm available to go work on Palm Beach. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to go. And I looked at Nelson, and I was like, and they're all still with me. And I looked at him, and I was like, I don't know, man. He goes, come on, let's go. Let's get it over with. He said, well, if we're going to do that, then we might as well take two, because I knew I had to do another one. And they called me today earlier for another airplane, something simple like a service check. I was like, well, I guess if we go, then we go take care of this one too. He goes, let's go. Get it over with. I'm like, all right, fine. So we went out to Palm Beach, worked 2 airplanes, got home, I don't know, almost midnight. And today I get to do it all over again.
Yeah. It's funny. Every time I have like an excessively late, it's just like, I was so happy yesterday that driving to work I left the house at 3:30.
Yeah, in the morning. Crazy.
And freaking, so I get there a little bit earlier than anticipated because, of course, there's no traffic. And I was just like the speed limit's like 25 miles an hour on that island. So that's why it takes so long. But there's nobody out there. So I was like, okay, I'm early. So I started.
Is that Madeira where you were?
No, that's Captiva Island. So you cross over to Sanibel and then hit Captiva. And when so I'm the people that live on that street because I was legit moving a bulldozer at like 6, but it had to be on the site where they were paving the road. So like it was necessary. So you guys' road will be open this weekend. Be happy. But after I did what I needed to do, that was like my job. I was supposed to go help another company.
Yeah.
And part of that job site, whatever.
Wait.
They didn't. What's up?
The fuck? Hold on. Oh, hell no. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah.
I turned on my computer and my earbuds grabbed. God. Let's see now.
You good?
You there?
I am.
Oh, so now I went on speed. Sorry. Give me 1 second.
No, you're good.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, so after I ended up doing what I needed to do for my actual job, I had to sit there and wait for them. So they requested me to be there between 6 and 7.
Correct.
All right. And
You got there before 6.
I ended up sitting in a parking lot in a truck until 11:30 a.m. And I was like, just like infuriated.
You must have been extremely that time to yourself.
That's why all the YouTube videos were going up one after another, because I had time and I was just like, this is so. I just wanted to sleep, honestly, and that's for me to say that says a lot, because I just really all I wanted to do was sleep. I only bought snacks. That freaking pissing in a bottle because there's no services. This is bullshit. I was like, man, once the work started, it was good. But
once everything starts getting busy.
Well, of course, the longer I sat there, the worse my headache got. And I opened I keep a little pill pouch with me. Apparently, I didn't restock it. So there was one ibuprofen tablet, which did nothing. So I was just having a go. Just like the perfect scenario to test whether or not I would do what I was supposed to do and not bitch out. It was like, all right, cool. Like, very fun day.
Oh, wow.
So good times. Moving a bunch of equipment. Yeah, I got a lot done yesterday, even though I sat for half a day. Still had to pay me. Whatever. Don't get this one. It'll make you so happy. The culture of the company has got to the point where they test out a couple of the guys because they were loading me with broken asphalt, and they went and picked the guys up lunch. So there was still a loader bucket worth left of material sitting on the ground, and he went and parked the loader and ate his lunch. And I was like, oh. So I just left, and they thought I left, but I went and got a different machine that they asked for earlier and brought it back so they'd have it after lunch. And he was like, did you know? I was like, I knew. He was like, I know. I was like, but I'm not going to sit there and fight these guys and tell them not to eat their lunch. I was like, that's your crew. Sorry. So mad. I was like, I'll just pull up and load it. They can load it when I'm getting out of here. But the funny thing is that people are usually so impatient and assholish to like construction vehicles unless you're working on their neighborhood after a natural disaster. I got people waving and honking and flashing their lights. It's like, oh, this is nice. Where does this? Oh, you live on that street. Thank you. There's linemen everywhere. They got the island 95% energized, which is good. It's only been, a week?
Yeah, it's not bad, actually.
It's pretty good. So that's been my life for the past.
I wasn't going to take those 2 airplanes last night. I wasn't going to. And I went to Palm Beach, and I was like, I looked at the ramp, and I saw how busy it was. Because remember, it hasn't been busy at all. You know, so I was like, season has begun. He goes, what do you mean? And I was like, look at the airplanes.
It's money time.
Starting to come back in. We're going to start getting fucking phone calls on. And I don't know. Yeah, excited because it's time to make some good money. But at the same time, dreaded. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity. Don't get me wrong. I am dreading, especially if when that whole daylight savings hour fucking bullshit goes away and it starts getting dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when my body.
Oh, it's coming too. Oh, I forgot about it.
You understand that, dude? I have no problem waking up and working an 18, 20-hour day as long as there's sun. I have a problem working a 3-hour day when I have no sun. I don't know. For some reason, we creatures of this world, right? And when the sun goes away, we need that motherfucker. We energize. We are Superman. We need the energy of the sun to fucking power us. We are solar powered, dude. I'm telling you. It's a special gift that we have. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I just feel like a prune just dried up, at night and working underneath on the airplanes.
That's funny.
The only good thing is that, okay, it's not as hot anymore, but these overnighters, remember, we had a couple of them a month back. I had 2 of them back to back. And that's normal winter type. Looking forward. I'm not looking forward. It's normal winter type work. Good thing is, okay,
oh, I didn't think about that either.
Wow.
Because that's going to hit us too. Because if we're closing roads, they're going to have us close them at night now.
But the majority of your side of the world should be under a curfew, though.
Curfew's going to be over soon. It should be. Because, well, you'd think it'd be over soon. Because I know the last 41 paving project that they did, that was the middle of the night. I think we closed the lanes at like o'clock at night and we'll work till like p.m. And it was busy AF in the middle of the summer. So those are the ones that close at night, or those major arteries. And it took, but we had a lady that had to have been high on something. She ran to the back of the loader. Yeah. You've seen those loaders because I posted them. Yeah, and into the back of it. And then like she tried to run away. And the supervisor, he's like, you need to sit down. He's like, your face is hanging off. And she was like, just so out of it, so like with adrenaline, that she like dawned on her that it was just like, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that happens at nighttime construction sites. It's like, yeah.
Fucked up that kind of face.
Well, it was that ripped like freaking half her, and it was like drooping and bleeding, and she was still trying to run away. It was like the car wasn't even go anywhere. I'll see if I can find a picture of because they sent it to me. That was the one night that I was off that project, and they were like, "Hey, we can use a loader. It's not that much. Come pick it up in the morning." Yeah, it wasn't there, so that's it. But I'm not looking forward to that aspect of it. The freaking traffic, the freaking egos. We started watching Unhinged last night when I got home, and I was like, "Oh, this is that road rage movie where the lady is like on the horn, Gerald Butler, yeah, and he like loses shit and starts following her." And I fell asleep in it the first time, but I wanted to see it. What's up?
With Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah, Russell Crowe, not Gerard Butler. That's right. It is Russell Crowe. You got really quiet.
I got quiet?
Oh, because you had your hand over your...
Probably my hand. Yeah. I'm over here going...
Yeah, bro, is who it was. And I started watching that. And I'm like with Lee. And my wife's like, you should not be watching this movie.
I got really good at rage, dude. I don't do that shit anymore. I used to could. And that's bad shit.
Yeah, I think about it.
There's no point.
If I could stop the thoughts, it would be cool, but I can't stop the thoughts. But I just don't act on them.
Yes, that's the thoughts are there. They come in and they go, yeah, I shouldn't say that. And then you let it go. Yeah. It's way worse than that. It's actions in the second. No, just keep on driving. Hey, quick question. Are we done with 30 or no?
Everything but the thumbnail. I've been editing the thumbnail.
That's what I was just going to ask you. I mean, it looks great.
I need it more vivid for that to go on there. So I've been messing with it a little bit.
When are we launching? We're going to start launching what every... Oh, fuck. I don't know.
I think peak traffic's like morning or Friday night. I can't remember. I think Saturday morning, I believe. So we do Saturday morning, we do Saturday evening. I think Saturday morning is better off because people go out Saturday night. Your
analytics, your videos.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
Analytics. Here you go. Well, subscribers are still growing. All right. So where is the content audience? Here we go. Audience. And it's the exact same. It doesn't matter. Sunday through Saturday. Times are from like 2 p.m.
Interesting. All right. What works?
8 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's the busiest. That's my busy signal across the board, Sunday through Saturday.
All right. We'll do that time then.
The most busiest is Mondays.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mondays between 10 and 1. For some reason, that's my busiest. All right.
10 a.m. Saturday?
Yeah. We do that. That's it. 10 a.m. Saturday.
How do you break free from your comfort zones?
How do I break free from my comfort zone? You're in a comfort zone. I realize that I'm comfortable when I gain weight. I realize I'm comfortable. I'm serious. It's true. And when it's time to do something that I don't want to do, having to go work at an airplane at 3 o'clock in the morning. No. You know how it is, dude, that you have to, it's all, I don't know, man. It's all muscle memory, I think. It's all, I'm trying to figure out how to answer that. And the only thing that pops into my mind, it's a great question. How do I get out of my comfort zone? I try not to ever be in a comfort zone. I realize that as soon as I start, and this is the truth, I said that because as soon as I start to notice that I had a couple extra pounds, it just means holy shit, Ness, that's it. And that's on a weekly basis. And I do deal with it on a week by week basis. If I'm comfortable scratching my belly button and just playing with my wife's hair, then it's okay. And that's what I need to be doing. You know what I mean? It's just when I realize, hey, you should be doing something else. That's the problem. When you tell yourself that, hey, you should be doing something else. You should be. That's a sign, dude. Your body tells you, your mind tells you, you're in the wrong fucking place. Many fucking times before you get up and go do something, it doesn't hurt as much. That's pretty much what it comes down to, right? That dog with the nail. So it's probably the same thing, dude, for me or for us as humans. It may be. My tolerance for something like that is much lower than anybody else's, I would think. And most people would be happy. Listen, when we go on vacation, for example, when we go on vacation, we don't just sit there and veg and, oh, no, we go out there and start walking and we hit the pavement and we go meet people. And it doesn't have to be about spending money. It's just about going out there and getting. What's the point of fucking recharging your battery? You're going to get stiff. Oh, that's the only thing. To me, it's different. When I realized that, I said, if I'm up 5 pounds than my normal, I can fluctuate 10 pounds in a day easily. But if I'm pushing that 10 to 15 pound range, I was like, oh, I better start doing something different. That's it. I think, I don't know what else to say. I really don't. It's not the same thing with money. Remember? How comfortable are you, or am I at this point in life? Before it was like it didn't matter; I was just stacking. Now I'm at the point where I ask my wife, "How are we doing?" No, we're short this week. We gotta. I'll say, "Cool, all right, let me go work." It's one of those things. If I stick around, I'm going to be a little bit more in the hole. Well, let's just get it over with and let's go back in the fucking. So I think it's something that I look forward to. I look forward to going out there, doing what I need to do, get it over with, and I look forward to coming home and just vegging with my wife. I look forward to coming home and making dinner with her. I look forward to whatever it may be. If she needs me to go do some yard work, then I look forward to doing that. And that's something new too. That's not something I used to do.
No.
Before it was just like, hey, I'm working.
Just ready to be home.
Just leave me alone. I don't want to go outside and I want to stay with her inside.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, buddy. Well, that's I think freaking what you talked about at the beginning. Andy Frisella calls it the production pivot, is what it is. Production pivot. And so every time that you feel that little, he calls it the inner bitch, that inner voice where it's just like, I don't want to do this right now. Go do it. And that's, he's like, and when that becomes a habit, then change starts happening. But I think most people they keep on dragging it out and making it more painful. And it's like,
I'm sorry, mamita, pero no. Ya está, eso estaba seco. ¿Tú lo abriste ahorita? Eso es, cuando yo salí, estaba seco. O sea que posiblemente no se jodió. I'm sorry, I need a new refrigerator and it's been leaking. But go ahead, I'm sorry, I cut you off because I apologize. Go ahead.
I think it's not painful enough for most people with nail. And when I saw the little thing pop up for it, I was really trying to define it as well. I couldn't define how I get out of a comfort zone because I'm usually not comfortable.
But we all do have a certain comfort. You know what I mean? We all do have a certain thing, but it's just our levels are different than most people. You know what I mean? Because you're like me in certain aspects of that you recognize it. You know what I mean? You're in this search for, I don't know if that's even a word, but you're in a search for betterment. You're trying to better yourself. You're trying to do things different. You're not trying to be like society in itself. You're trying to outshine yourself. You know what I mean? It's just different.
It's just a different mentality.
It is. It is. You know, when you have that one sheep that just does not pay attention, does not want to follow directions, you have that one, and that sheepdog keeps telling it, "Come here, I'll go get eaten. That's fine. I'm going to go get eaten." It's please throw me to the wolves. Please leave me. I will figure it out. If I get eaten, it's my fault. I wasn't prepared, but I'll learn. So I don't know.
There's probably a lot of truth to that. A lot.
Here's the thing. If I'm not going to disrespect anybody, but I'm going to say something in very general terms. So I'm not going to say something and be like, "Oh, that was kind of mean." No, it's not. I'm just using it as general. So what I'm going to say is this. If you're in a fucking household that everybody is overweight, everybody your parents have a 9 to 5, they don't eat well, they don't exercise, they don't do this. So you're learning a lot of the fucking shit that's going to kill you when you're 35. You're not learning good habits, right? But it's not your parents' fault because they don't have any clue. It's 100% you if you are going to continue down that same fucking path. Well, I learned at a young age that I did not want my father's life. And even though I did a great job almost marrying that motherfucker accidentally. So we need to become aware of the things that we do consciously and unconsciously too. And amongst all of that, remember, my father did not teach me how to work on cars. He never taught me how to go run. He wasn't this fucking sports dad. "Hey, dad, let's go play baseball." My dad was a fat fuck. Could barely fucking walk around, let alone run. I remember one time, dude, I'm fucking asking him to let's go throw the ball. That's normal daddy and son things, dude, right? Motherfucker. He didn't, first of all, never really played baseball, so using a glove for him was like, I looked like one of those happy kids. It lasted maybe 5 minutes. And then that's just one vivid memory that I have myself at, I don't know, 11 years old, me playing catch with my dad. It was a fucking disaster. But that's what I'm saying. I learned that it wasn't a priority. It wasn't a whole thing, but we are different, I guess you could say. But like I made a point to make sure that my kids were outside, made sure that they were out there playing, made sure that their extracurricular activities, made sure that they sweat, that they ran. Sebastian he still goes to the gym. He's a good looking kid. He's starting to cut up. Remember, he used to be a little fat bastard himself growing up.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
He used to be in a little LRD. And Gabby, she's playing soccer, and now she's a young woman. She's 18 years old, and I'm coming on almost 19 now. Shit, 18 and a half. And I keep telling her, don't disregard. She doesn't play soccer anymore. But I tell her, don't disregard your physical health.
Yeah.
You're taking full advantage right now. Dude, I saw her last night when she came in. She looked beautiful. You looked great. Where'd you go? And she goes, "Oh, I went to the movies." And I was like, "Wow, baby." She looked really nice. It wasn't like she was all done up. She wasn't doll up. She's not a doll. You know what I mean? She's not one of she's just a fuck. She's just one of those. She's that cool chick. She's that cool looking. You know what I mean? That's who my daughter is. She's fucking beautiful and she's just cool. So not because she's my daughter, but I'm just saying. So I told her, I was like, "Hey, you look nice." You look nice. And she's like, "Oh, thank you," whatever. And I reminded her again. I said, "Don't take this for granted."
Yeah.
I said, "I know you're enjoying the candies. I know you're enjoying the sweets." And she told me, she said, "Oh, Dad, I work. I get my steps in." I said, "It's not just about getting your steps in. It's about physical weight, lifting and shit like that." And she goes, and so she showed me some boxes. She goes, "Look, Dad, I got to lift all this shit up every day." And I'm like, "All right. As long as you're doing some type of physical activity, but it's not the same. You need to sweat your ass off a little bit. And it doesn't have to happen all the time."
I know Huberman says 3 days of weight training and 2 days of cardio. He says that's pretty optimal for most people, unless you're just trying to be a psycho. So you get your strength and conditioning in, and you're going to live a better life. Yeah. And he also is a guy that says you win by sleeping. So sound advice.
Here's the sleep part, though. I was listening. I think I told you once already. I was listening to one of those Rastafarians. This is an old man, and I've seen him on YouTube all the time. I started listening to him a little bit. I don't even remember the guy's name. I have to search for the videos. But whenever he came up on my feed, I would always listen and I never really subscribed. But anyway, he talks about sleeping. He goes, your body rests while it sleeps. So it regenerates itself.
Regenerates. So you get new cells.
I said, well, that's what we know that it does that. He goes, but you don't have to sleep 8 hours a day. That's all bullshit. It's 8 hours. Sleep what you need. Mm-hmm. And if you don't feed your body, if you don't intake garbage, you will not have to sleep that long. He goes, maybe I sleep 3 hours a night. And then I started thinking about it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think I understand this guy because he does pretty much what we do now. Even though we have regular JOBs or whatever, we have jobs and we have responsibilities that we have to go tend to. But honestly, we sleep what's necessary. We really don't sleep our body. Okay, it's time to sleep and then we'll sleep, right? And he says that if you eat right, you don't need to sleep anymore because everything has been, your body will not require as much repairs. It's quicker. So he claims that he sleeps 3 hours a night, something like that.
If you can wake up rested without an alarm at the time you're supposed to wake up, then it's pretty par for the course. Yesterday I woke up at 3 a.m. without an alarm, and I was just like, damn it. But it was like that internal clock was on it, but still, I felt like I wasn't even that tired. But today, no, that alarm went off at 3:15. I was like, there will be no gym today. My whole body was aching. I felt like I'm fighting for health right now. And I was like, there will be some sleep. And when my parents got here, they'll be here, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Was when they land.
Nice.
So when I get off, I'll probably, I know he said he had a half a day of work that he wanted me to take care of. So I might just take off the second half of the day.
There you go.
Run out there. Maybe Friday too. I don't know. We'll see what's all going on because I know they have emergency repair projects across all of Lee and Charlotte County. So we'll be busy, but it'll still be able to spend some time with them. Oh crap! I was supposed to get a charter. Maybe see what my neighbor's doing on Sunday. Let's see if we can get some fishing.
Hey, you gotta go. Wait, Sunday? We're going fishing Sunday?
I gotta hit a couple people up. I wanted to go out to the Gulf, but I don't know what that's like right now. I haven't checked anything, so I gotta figure out what's going on. That I guess come over to the Atlantic, figure out.
I have a buddy.
What's up?
There's a friend of my son's. I don't know. I grabbed him one day. He's got a little 19-footer Key West and this nice little boat. And he works on a boat. He's a mate. His goal is to have his own boat and be a captain and so forth. And that's what he wants. A great fisherman. That's who I caught. So I've gone out with him and caught my sails with him on my birthday. Remember
when you were swimming with the sail?
Yeah, I was on his boat. I called him last week and I said, "Hey man, I gotta go." He goes, "All right, we'll go." But here's the other thing. Also, I spoke to my nephew called me the other day. He's really smart. This is my older brother's son. So his name is Alec. And he's, I don't know, I think he's 33 years old. Great, smart kid, great kid. He's an architect. But he did things right. Even though he's an architect, he went to school and he's an architect, but he uses his degree in the aspect part. So he has a company and he's like 3D prints a whole bunch of shit, dude. Houses. I'm going to do limited research before I start saying more about what he does. Because anyway, so he called me and he's been working with my older brother too, helping my older brother in his lab because my older brother's done and he needs a lot of help. But I tried helping him and there's too much we want to fight. He has here's an example. I'm different, right? So I won't ask for payment. If you and I make a deal, I won't ask you for my check. I will expect it. If I don't get it, I will understand because I will use my logic. I understand there may not be any money next week. So hopefully next week I'll get my fucking check. You see what I'm saying? I won't say it. I'll continue to do my job to the best of my ability until I go. So one time I worked with my older brother because he needed help. And I'm going to go back 14 years ago now. I can't believe it's that long. Oh, dude. That was back in 2009, 2010, something like that. I helped him for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. And there was one time, dude, I didn't go without a check. I didn't have zero money from him for about a month and a half. And then finally I said, dude, I need some money. Yeah. Right? And instead of going, man, you're right, he goes, oh, here we go again. And I looked at him and I was like,
again?
My wife was there and she knows how he is. And then she saw that and I was like, that was just, I wanted to spit in his fucking face, dude. That was living. But this is now, right? So I just choose, it's my brother. I love him. And just, you do you. So, of course, he's not going to do that to his son. So that's fine. He ended up paying me and that's fine. But that's enough of that. So why did we talk about the last time I worked with my brother? We're talking about the monies. We were talking about the architecture. Thank you. So he's helping him see. Fuck, dude. Zero alcohol, zero drugs. It's too early. Fuck, dude. He's an architect. He's been doing. You know what? I was going to do that. And then so he called me because I guess he started a Kickstarter campaign, and because I think he sold his business and then they bought it back. Something happened with the people that they sold the business to. And then either they wanted him back or he bought back in. So I don't know. Because I know he sold it. And he sold it for good money. The concept. It's like 3D house printing, something like that. They did print a whole bunch of shit with cement. So he's using his architecture license.
Wow, that's legit.
Oh, it's he sent me the link. I'll tell you right now. It's actually pretty fucking cool. So he was telling me about his Kickstarter campaign, and I said, listen, man. He goes, Massey, you don't have to fucking. I was like, I want to help and I want to contribute, but just shut up, Alexa.
Get that thing out of your house.
I know, they're always listening to me.
I know. I have one. It's in a bag unplugged on the other side of this desk.
So it's pre-printed, automated concrete construction.
I was wondering if that's where it was going to be going, because I've seen they're like big Legos, and we produced them in Texas at one of our plants. And so I was wondering if that's where it was going to be going, because that stuff's crazy. You can do anything with it. It's so freaking cool. And I had never seen it before. And then now there's a place that does it here in Fort Myers as well that makes those blocks. So that's something that's probably going to be the next generation of construction, honestly.
So look at it. Wow. This is what happens. Why do I make this? Oh, here we go. All right. So this is his company, dude. In 2021, first 3D printer house.
Damn.
He doesn't have the world's largest 3D printer. This is, wait, hold on. Overview.
10 trillion.
Pre-printed automated concrete construction. Company's called Printera, and it's rethinking design and automated construction process by utilizing innovative. This is too much. This is two big words. I don't like that shit. They're trying to fluff it up. But Alexander Cadena, Director of Construction Operations Board Member, Architecture at FAU. Yeah, so they're starting their Kick Foundation. Let me see here.
Journey started with simple.
That's what they do. That's them.
That's legit.
They see all that shit that they make. They have cement 3D printers. They make all this shit, dude. Commercial projects. They make all that shit, dude.
Wow.
They make all these pieces. They make it in the shops.
That's crazy, because when we were talking about AI, and AI will never take over construction, and that's the groundwork for it right there.
That's exactly
3D printer.
For it. See what I'm saying?
It's art. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Scale our technology, expand our reach, enhance our platform's capability.
That's look at that shit. That's awesome.
That's a freaking art. That's impressive.
That's my boy right there.
Transforming the future of building across all.
He's doing very well. God bless him.
That's good.
So I told him, I was like, I would definitely. He goes, hey, just there's no commitment. But if you can help out, of course. Oh, you get your money back? I said, I don't care, dude. Just I wish I could give you more. I told him, give me till the end of the month. That way I can rack up some dough and I'll partake. I wish I had the 40 grand that got stolen from me. We gotta go, dude. It's fucking sick.
I know. Back at it. There was one thing that I had somebody freaking commented on one of my clips, and he's asking for context when I had said hold the line. And I wrote out this long, I wrote out this long thing about standing up for what you believe in. And then, I was like, why did I even waste my time writing that? I should have fucking clicked watch the fucking episode that's attached, you douchebag. Context. It's a fucking hour. But, all right. I just thought that was funny.
Listen, the people that don't want to put in the work, that want everything hand-fed, it's all shortcuts in life, right? So they may succeed, they may get there, but they just won't be able to sustain. So I feel like I'm not perfect, dude, but I have a pretty good shot of being able to get to that point and sustain it. You know what I mean? It's just, I think you brought it up. Naturally, we are very uncomfortable beings. Naturally, we comfort. And like we were saying, it's like you can only relax only so long. It's not a point. I talk about retirement. I talk about I'm done doing this. I'm done doing that. Listen, dude, fixing airplanes, I'm not going to lie, dude. It's fucking fun. It gets me a little chubby once in a while. It really does. But when I have to depend on certain aspects, and it just does not make it fun. And I know that's for the 99% of everybody out there. So I look for a way to try to make it fun. I'm extremely grateful that I get the opportunity to go and make the money that I'm going to need. I think change my attitude. But deep down, I keep telling myself, get the fuck out, figure out your shit. Because
sounds like me in truck driving. I do cool stuff. It's cool. This is so freaking cool. I don't care.
Cool stuff, but it doesn't fuck. Listen, man. I see Nelson's face just like the other day we're tearing the nose gear off of their airplane. You know what I mean? I don't know. And he's like, but just knowing that sometimes you have a fucking knife to your back, you better get the fuck, dude. That's the one part that I still struggle with. Other than that, I'm golden. But anyway,
I'll catch up tomorrow. Get some ice.
And I got another moving day today too.
No, you need to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen and see if the inflammation goes down.
I gotta ask my mom because I gave her all of my I had a whole bottle of Motrin 800s.
Yeah, see if it'll help. All right,
Thank you. I love you. Later. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right.